Last year, a man by the name of Trevor Bauer busted onto the scene. He had been in Major League Baseball for several years leading up to 2020, but this was going to be a special year for Bauer, one that would make him one of the more well-known players in all of baseball. With the help of foreign substances, whether spider tack, pine tar, or whatever it was, Bauer went out and had statistically one of the best seasons ever for a starting pitcher. Sure, it was a 60-game shortened season, but for the limited time we saw Bauer make starts for the Cincinnati Reds, he was lights out. Bauer threw 73 innings, pitching to a 1.73 ERA and punched out 100 hitters. This all led Trevor to a Cy Young Award, finishing in the top 10 in MVP voting, and a contract with the most annual salary for any player in history, signing with the defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers for a 3-year deal that has opt-outs after year 1 along with year 2. The fans couldn't be more excited. Opposing teams had yet another reason to worry about the stacked Dodgers, and the Dodger players were all pumped. He started off his Dodgers career in a good way, throwing over 100 innings and pitching to a 2.59 ERA, striking out 137 hitters and being a very reliable arm every 5th day for the Dodgers. He was surely going to be an all-star at this pace. His YouTube vlogs were a big hit on YouTube, and everything was coming up Trevor Bauer. And then he was hit with a lawsuit, as a woman blamed him for physical assault during an encounter. A former Dodgers player refused to attend the team's 1981 World Series reunion because of it. The Dodgers canceled Bauer's Bobblehead night, took all of his merch away from the shelves and online store. Fans are divided on what to think about Bauer, as many dislike him. He's disabled comments from his YouTube channel. His agent Rachel Luba has turned off the ability for most people to reply to her on Twitter. None of Bauer's teammates have backed him up, are already making remarks on moving on without him, and 2 sources have reported that a majority of Dodgers players do not want Trevor Bauer back on the team under any circumstances. Take a second to like this video, and if you're new to the channel and end up enjoying this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button for future baseball content. It's without a doubt that Trevor Bauer's time with the Dodgers may be over. No question about it. The question that needs to be brought up now is if Bauer's Major League Baseball career is over. The Dodgers had a 40-year reunion for the 1981 championship team, but there's one player who just flat out refused to go, Dave Stewart, who chose to boycott it because he felt the Dodgers didn't do anything about the situation. The point that the Dodgers made was that they were awaiting Major League Baseball to make a decision, but Stewart believes the team should have suspended Bauer immediately. In light of the controversy and the clear awkwardness of celebrating Bauer with a bobblehead, the Dodgers made the decision to get rid of it, canceling Trevor Bauer bobblehead night, along with taking his merchandise out of the team store at Dodger Stadium and online. None of this is good, but you know it's starting to get serious when there's no bobblehead day. Fans are as divided as ever on the topic of Trevor Bauer, with some defending him, saying it was consensual, or at the very least he's innocent until proven guilty, which is obviously a valid argument because, well, that's the law and that's how it should be. But at the same time, I don't think the woman consented to getting injuries that forced her to be hospitalized, so who knows what's going to come of this. But what we do know is that Bauer's agent Rachel Luba knows that her decision to defend Bauer and simply representing him as his agent is going to get her some hate, as she's taken initiative to take off the ability for most people on Twitter to be able to comment on her tweets. Bauer has also disabled comments on his YouTube channel. Trevor Bauer's teammates have also been mysteriously quiet ever since the story went public. Nobody came out to defend him or say he's a good guy and hope that he'll be back soon. None of that. At the All-Star game in Denver, Colorado, Bauer's Dodger teammates were asked about his situation, and they didn't have much to say, but the words that they uttered certainly said a whole lot. Justin Turner said that they aren't really sure what's going on and are focused on winning ball games with who they have in the clubhouse. Max Muncy had the most interesting quote, saying, quote, "I think we're going to move forward with the guys we have. It's tough. I don't want to comment on his situation. We have a lot of depth. We can fill in with pieces." End quote. We're going to move on with who we have, huh? Most recently, we now have more info on how Trevor Bauer is received among the Dodgers team and the general census of the clubhouse on how he would be received if brought back. Bauer has turned into an outcast in the Dodgers clubhouse, and as far as if he would be welcomed back with open arms or not, forget that. He may never walk back into that clubhouse ever again. According to 2 sources of knowledge inside the Dodgers clubhouse who are apparently unauthorized to speak publicly on the matter, the majority of Dodgers players do not want Trevor Bauer back on the team under any circumstance. From the distance that his teammates have kept ever since the report came out to the few but interesting comments that have been made, the Dodgers taking away his bobblehead night and merchandise, now capped off by his teammates reportedly not wanting him back, it's looking more and more like Trevor Bauer's career with the Dodgers is over, and there's a legitimate question to be asked if his career is now in jeopardy. Let me know what you think will happen to Trevor Bauer, and thank you for watching.